boys, I got a little bit of a different video for you here today. This is going to be a first part of a new series I think we're going to be doing of maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, of just reviewing Galaxy of Heroes' actual performance and talking about its actual financials, player counts, reviews, things like that that are actually talking about the health of the game, the overall state of the game, just kind of where we're at. This got suggested in my Discord, so if you want to join the People's Guild Discord and submit video ideas, you can do that in the link in the description. But yeah, I've got a few different sources up here that we can take a look at, and then one kind of funny thing I just found in my research that I wanted to share with you guys at the end as well, so stick around for that. But we'll start off here with Google reviews and Apple reviews. It's got a 4.6 on Apple and a 4.1 on Google. 50 million to 60 million downloads is the estimate on Google, and 35 to 70 is the estimate on Apple. Pretty large ranges on both of those, but the player counts here, it's predicting, and again, these aren't official numbers from CG or anything, so, and it's also mobile player counts only, so this could be a little bit different. I'll center this a little better for you guys. This could be a little bit different from what the numbers I have here are. So these are estimates again. But it's estimating about 7.1 to 8.5 million as the 30-day average. Our daily average around 3 to 6 million people, and our live player count around 142 to 397,000. So as of right now, 142 to 397 people playing, daily average of 3 to 6 million. I mean, as far as other game counts go, that's pretty popular. That's a lot of people. I mean, it's more people than Concord, at least. But it's certainly not anything to scoff at. It's definitely a lot of people still playing Galaxy of Heroes. So if you're worried about like Galaxy of Heroes going anywhere anytime soon, I don't think that's happening, just based on the fact that purely we have 3 to 6 million people playing every single day. These are also mobile player counts only. So this is not including web store, or not web store, PC client people that are playing. So that I think is also important to note. If we look here, we can see our daily average users, kind of our trend of where it's been going. So looks like for September, we were at 308, whereas in August we were at 280. Monthly average users going from 5.1 million to 4.9 million. So that's interesting. The daily average users went up slightly, while the monthly average users actually went down slightly. So I'm going to say that's negligible of a difference here. A 4% gain or loss, 2% gain or loss. We're not really seeing a lot until we go back to April here, where we see a 27% change. Now, I'm trying to think back to April of this year. I think that's when PC client released, is it not? Or beta started? And so perhaps that's just a lot of people transitioning to the PC client. And so therefore we're seeing a little bit of a drop in the mobile numbers here. Or yeah, I can't think of any other reason why a lot of people would be leaving around that time. I mean, a steady decrease I think would make sense. But that many people leaving all at once, I don't think that correlates to anything other than just PC client. We can also see that July of last year, we had a big spike. I'm trying to think of what was going on in July of last year that would have caused this increase. Is that first Lightspeed bundle round? I think so, right? Increasing the player count back then. But you can see the average, daily average users, the monthly average users. We're in a good spot right now. Last 30 days, I mean, 5.6 million, 15% gain. 1.6 million is the average daily users. But we're not like seeing great trends. These drops are a little concerning for the game. And so I know CG can see better numbers on their side, and I'm sure that they're aware of this and working on getting more content out. But I think a lot of this, at least in the last couple months, comes from just a lack of a lot of content. And I'm sure we'll see the spike as Balin comes out and as Galactic Legend Ahsoka comes out as well. And this just kind of charts out the gains and losses and the monthly average and daily average. I've got a few different stats on this, but we'll take a look at what a few different websites say as far as the monthly Twitch viewership. But it's showing about 40 average viewers, 330 peak viewers, 231 streamers, and 28,000 watch hours on Twitch. Unfortunately, we don't get good streaming data from YouTube, which is where I stream and a lot of other people stream. But we do have some Twitch demographics that we can look at as well. Demographics by region. Hungary has the biggest portion of demographics. I don't know if I believe that. Like, no offense to Hungary or Canada, but I feel like, at least in my YouTube analytics, United States is by far the most viewers that I get. So I'd be surprised about that. But anyways, and this just goes into about Galaxy of Heroes. So let's look at my next thing. I've got, this is Twitch analytics. So let's center this again. And we're looking at currently, here I can refresh the stats here. Live viewers, 17, 3 live channels right now. Average viewers 24, peak viewers 2,696. So comparing that to this, yeah, see, peak viewers 330. And so this was updated in July of 2024. So this is more real-time tracking. We can see that 2,696 viewers. Oh, that was in May of 2023. So it's ranked 1703 as far as most popular streams watched, 3,292 watch hours. It doesn't tell me what that is by time frame. So let's look down here in this chart. We can see September 2024, average viewers was about 16, peak viewers about 118. So comparing that to here, yeah, so this is more in line with what we saw. Average streams 2, looks like we're going down in viewership on Twitch. It looks like this stats aren't complete though, because hours watched is at 1.9K. So if we look at August more, since it looks like that's data is actually complete, we're still down from where we were in July as far as viewership on Twitch goes for Galaxy of Heroes. So again, not trending in the best direction. And the next thing I have, this is annual revenue for Galaxy of Heroes. Best I have is through 2024, the first half of the year. This data comes from App Magic. I'm not familiar with this firm, but it looks like it's a marketing firm that collects user data for mobile games and stuff, and mobile and apps and stuff. So I think this is reliable statistics, but again, take it with a grain of salt because it's not officially coming from CG. So 41.9 million in revenue for Galaxy of Heroes in the first half of 2024. So that's January through June. Looks like they're on pace to hit about 83 million, 84 million by the end of the year, which would put them at their lowest year since launch as far as revenue goes, which is really surprising to me. Because of Lightspeed bundles, I would have expected this to be quite a bit higher. I would expect us to be closer to at least what we did last year, if not even higher. But I think last year also had the benefit of the Lightspeed bundles hitting, but we've been on this steady decline since 2022 of losing revenue. And we can point to a lot of in-game reasons why, and I won't get into too much of that speculation in this video because I really want to just look at the stats here. But it is unfortunate that if the game's revenue keeps going down, it is going to start losing support. It is going to start becoming less and less profitable, and so therefore it's going to get less and less support. I will say though, if a game's making $82 million in a year, it's not getting canceled anytime soon. So even though it's going down in the amount of revenue that it's making, it's still making $82 million a year. Like, let's just get our head around that number for a second. That's insane. So I don't think that it's going anywhere anytime soon. If we total all of this up, it's just over $100 billion, or no, not 100 billion. It's just over $1 billion in revenue over all of this time frame. And as you can see here, just over $1 billion puts it. This is list of highest grossing. Is it highest grossing mobile games? Yeah, highest grossing mobile games of all time. And Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes sitting at number 45. 1.071 billion, sorry. It should pass Arknights as number 44. Let's Go Swoggo as the most profitable or highest grossing mobile video game. Hopefully here pretty soon. So that's a good sign for it. Again, if you think about some of these other ones around here, Fortnite Mobile, AFK Arena, like these are games that aren't going anywhere. Call of Duty Mobile, they're not going anywhere. And so again, don't need to worry about it going anywhere, but we'd like to see Swoggo succeed because it gets more support from devs. It gets more content coming to the game. So the more profit that the game makes, it's just better for players in general. I'm not trying to be an EA shill here or anything. We can also look at the most popular mobile games by EA. This is also by that same source from AppMagic. And we can see that Galaxy of Heroes is their second best performing mobile game. EA Sports FC Mobile Soccer is their number one at 59.92 million revenue in US dollars, and this is 2024 year to date as of May 27th. As of May, 59 million, 32 million for Galaxy of Heroes. And again, that kind of lines up with that other stat that we saw, 32 million, 41 million by June. So 32 million in May. That makes sense. And their second best performer in mobile gaming. Again, very successful, not going anywhere anytime soon. I also took a look at EA's earning reports. This is their... how many pages is this document? This is a 74-page document that goes through their SEC filings, their investor relations reports, all of that. The only mention of Star Wars I even saw was that net booking for mobile gaming or for gaming was down for the 3 months ending June 30th, 2024 from June 30th, 2023 by about 300 million. And it's relating that to Star Wars Jedi Survivor that came out a year ago, saying that basically boosted the sales last year. And so it makes sense that we see that decrease in sales this year. So Swiggle makes a very small portion of that up, where it is, yes, technically down from last year, but it has a pretty reasonable business case as to why that happened. And again, it's such a small portion that it's hard to point to exactly Galaxy of Heroes and say, that's what caused the decrease. So those are the numbers basically that we have right now for Galaxy of Heroes. That's everything that we know. Player counts are down slightly, albeit negligibly from where they were at. Twitch viewership seems to be slightly down, but again, pretty negligible from where it's been at. And then the only other thing is that revenue for the game is seemingly decreasing by what seems to be an uncomfortable amount if I was CG, but also we don't know if Q4 and Q3 are more profitable for them than Q1 and 2. My brain says that would be the case because I feel like Q4 holidays is when people maybe have more to spend and would see more of that increase. That's kind of conjecture on my part, but the last thing I have for you guys is I found this paper from the Routledge, Taylor, and Francis Group. The Seriousness of Massive Multiplayer Online Games, The Case of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Guys, this is a scientific paper that is 15 pages long that goes through Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and the effects that it has on your ability to basically operate in society. Basically, they're looking at how does the skills you learn in Galaxy of Heroes help you in the everyday. I found this hilarious that I even found this and that this is even a thing. I was looking through scientific papers, and this is the only one I could find that mentions Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But they looked at a guild from Latin America, and they basically had the people come in, paid them, assuming that they paid them, and watched them play the game and just monitored what they did, and then took notes as far as what they did in the game and what the activities were, and then took notes at like their productivity in life, and what they like their work and stuff like that. Kind of funny that there's a paper, scientific paper studying all of us schmucks playing Galaxy of Heroes. But anyways, you guys didn't come to see that, so I appreciate you guys for stopping by and checking in with me. Let me know in the future what else you guys want to see in these kind of breakdown videos as far as the health and the financials and the statistics of the game. If there's other stats I can try to pull. I don't have like insider knowledge or anything. I don't have any like inside sources at CG or EA that are giving me any information. So I'm really just using my Google skills and what's publicly available to me. So if you guys have any ideas as far as what I can include in these going forward, I'd love to hear it, or just other thoughts on the video. Leave them in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, and as always, I love you guys. Take care and peace.